Low carb diets don't work, high carb diets don't work, vegan, vegetarian diets don't work, and keto and carnivore don't work for some people. And for others, these diets help them thrive. You see, when you get into these discussions or have questions about which diet should I follow, and that's all you're asking the wrong questions. Because what you're talking about are tactics. What you need to be discussing instead of tactics are principles. I talk about this a lot with my clients, and it's why my clients have the success they have, because they start to understand the difference between tactics, do this, don't do this, versus principles. This is how the body works, and this is how we have to eat accordingly. Choose the tactic that works best for you. So rather than asking, should I eat low carb, high carb, vegan, vegetarian, carnivore, keto, Mediterranean, or paleo, or anything else that's out there, start with these 5 nutrition principles. These are the 5 nutrition principles we found. If you have them, you follow them, you're going to lose weight successfully. If you violate these 5 principles, even just 1 or 2 of them, you're not going to see results. So what are the 5 principles? Number 1, eat mostly real food. Eat the right amount of food for your goals. Eat the right amount of protein for your goals. Don't eat foods that make you feel bad, and make sure to enjoy your diet. So let's talk about each of these. The first is eat mostly real foods. This is single ingredient, God made it himself foods. This does not include foods that require a factory or a food engineer to design. So single ingredient, real foods are going to provide a lot of nutrition. This is just good for your health. Now, point number 2, especially when it comes to weight loss, is you have to eat the right amount of food for your goals. The right amount meaning the right amount of calories. This doesn't mean that you have to track. Choosing to track or not track your calories is a tactical choice. But the principle applies regardless of whether you're tracking or not. You've got to eat the right amount of calories. If you want to lose weight, you absolutely have to be in a calorie deficit. Next, you need to eat the right amount of protein for your goals. Protein is super important for health, for fueling workouts and recovering from workouts and maintaining your muscle mass and, of course, building muscle. And so we want to make sure we're consuming the right amount of protein. Again, choosing to track or not is a tactical choice. But regardless of whether you track or not, and you don't have to, it can be beneficial, but you don't need to. Again, it's a tactical choice. You do have to, for sure, without question, get enough protein. Get the right amount of protein for your goals. Next, don't eat foods that make you feel bad. If you're eating foods that leave you feeling bloated, lethargic, tired, foggy, anything like that, don't eat those, right? Your body clearly doesn't like them. If you don't feel good, it's going to be hard to stick to your diet and do everything you got to do in your day anyway. The 5th and final point is you have to enjoy how you eat. If you hate your diet, you're probably not going to stick to it long term. Technically, this is more of a mental, emotional one, and it can be violated if you hate your diet and you just have crazy willpower. Then you can hate your diet and hit the other 4 principles and see great results. But for the long haul, for 99.9% of people watching this, you want to enjoy your diet. So that's point number 5. If you're eating mostly real foods, eating the right amount of food, eating the right amount of protein, avoiding foods that make you feel bad, and enjoying your diet, you're going to lose weight. So then going back to should I do this diet, that diet? Should I eat this food or that food? Start filtering it through the question of, is it going to make it easier or harder, more enjoyable or more obnoxious to hit these nutrition principles? And then based on that, you decide. So when you eat your meals, how many meals a day you eat, what you eat in those meals. Do you eat mostly meat and veggies? Do you eat vegan or vegetarian? Do you eat high carb, low carb? Do you eat a moderate amount of protein, carbs, and fats? There's all kinds of different options, and you just have to figure out which one works best for me. I have seen, after working with over 1,200 clients over the last decade, I have seen every diet imaginable work, and I've also seen that diet not work for other people. So you just have to figure out what's best for you. Experiment. What works for you is not going to work for your friends, family, etc. And what works for them isn't going to work for you. So stop trying to do what people are telling you you should do, and instead follow these 5 nutrition principles. They're like the umbrella. As long as it falls under the umbrella, or another way of thinking about it, they're like the guardrails on the highway. As long as you're on the highway, pick the lane that you like. And you know what? That lane, the tactic, is probably going to change over time, and that's perfectly fine. Because as long as you are following those nutrition principles, you know you're going to see great results.